Where the tears?
The caption says, point of view, you can't afford your $1,500 car payment.
Where the tears? Oh, where the tears? No tears. Where are the? Ooh, these online beggars are something else, hun. Where the?
Y'all take this little car back. I don't even care. Having a car note is like
Her caption says, I gave my car back to the loan company and it turned out great for me. It says, in this economy, baby, I'm not paying $700 plus.
having a car note is like the biggest scam. So I just voluntarily gave my car back to the loan company because I don't even freaking care. I was accumulating more debt and expenses for myself keeping the car. So I said, y'all take this little car back. I don't even care. And it actually ended up working out way better for me. Just surrendering the car over, they ended up closing the account and settling with me. So now I don't even have to pay the remaining balance on the car that I initially owed. So now that is more money going into my pockets because I don't have a car note and I don't have expensive full coverage insurance. So now I can just save up to buy a used car and I don't have to get full coverage insurance. So that's saving me money and I don't have a car note. I just will never have a car note again. So if you have a car note and you know you can't really afford it, consider surrendering it back over to the loan company and see what they can do for you. Having a car note is like the biggest scam. So
Whoa. The caption says, point of view, you still owe $30K, but the engine is blown out. Wow.
Tell me the worst car purchase you've ever made. I'll go first. So last year in March, me and my husband, we purchased a 2023 Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive, right? To begin with, the dealer that we bought it from was already shady. You know, the car had ended up having a lot of...
Hold on, you bought a 2023 and the engine already blew out? You bought a 2023 last year and the engine blew out already?
all-wheel drive, right? To begin with, the dealer that we bought it from was already shady. You know, the car had ended up having a lot of issues. We ended up having to reach out to Consumer Affairs to put some fire under the ass so that they could actually fix the car. They did that for free, right? Tell me why 3 weeks from those repairs, keep in mind, we bought the car in March. It's now, what, February? So less than a year, right? We get a call from the dealership because the engine light came on. They said that the engine is blown. They said that the coolant or the antifreeze was leaking through the water pump and going into like the gasket, the head gasket, and the engine, and now it's blown. Guess how much they said it would be?
First off, let's just talk about right now. I know a lot of businesses. They're being held more accountable than ever in today's day and age. In today's day and age, and it's only going to get worse or better, depending on how you look at it. How I look at it, it's going to get better. Because here's what I mean. She said her 2023 was already giving her trouble. And then she reached out to Consumer Affairs and got them to take immediate action after that. How you think she knew to do that when she had problems with her car? She probably just went on AI and just asked AI, this is my situation. This is what happened. What are my options? This is where I live. And so she was able to get the answers right there. And AI can even give you step-by-step instructions on what you need to do. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they did. And a lot of people are empowered. There's a lot of people not executing on that power and taking advantage of it, but the power is in our hands now. We live in the information age, and I would argue we talk about this economy. She even, I think, well, no, she didn't mention it. It was the woman before her who mentioned how the economy sucks or whatever. So that's more the reason to get more resourceful with all the things that we have more than ever. It sounds like that's what she did. Y'all, before we get back into it, if you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually does help out more than you know. And it's really just a click. And then also, if you can hype the video as well. And also, I just launched the Clips channel. So if you all can go over to that channel, it is Divine X Unbound Clips. So not one word, but I will link it in the pinned comments at the top So if you can click that link and go over there and subscribe, we're trying to get it to 4,000 watch hours before February 1st when the new YouTube rules go into effect. But let's get back into it.
Engine light came on. They said that the engine is blown. They said that the coolant or the antifreeze was leaking through the water pump and going into like the gasket, the head gasket, and the engine, and now it's blown. Guess how much they said it would be to replace both the engine and the turbo? Upwards of $9,000, bro. Wait, why do I look white? $9,000. So Nissan, let me know what's up with your cars. I think I've heard from multiple people that you guys have the worst vehicles possible and that your engines are absolutely trash. We had recall after recall in the car. It's a 2023. There should be absolutely no reason why the engine is already blown, and we haven't had the car for over a year. It has way under 100,000 miles on it, but we're responsible. Contacted the lender. Oh, there's nothing we can do. Gap insurance. There's nothing we can do. Like, so what do I do? Like, I'm just so annoyed, and at this point, I'm the type to hop on a flight with a warrant. You better catch me. Tell me the worst.
Yeah, they did you dirty. You still got options, I would think. Maybe she didn't get an AI. Maybe she just knew to do the consumer affairs. But you need to get an AI, and you need to figure out what's your next move from there. Michelle in the comments, because $9,000 for a repair is insane. And that's really how, people don't really think about that. You think, it's funny, we all feel like our wages should go up in proportion with inflation, right? Mechanics feel the same thing. But then once we start thinking about it from that aspect, we're like, nah, well, mechanics need to stay getting paid what they get paid. No. And for them to be able to get paid more, what you think is going to have to go up? The cost of repairs, right? Especially when the cost of the actual parts are also going to go up. So it's just going to get to the point, especially how technically advanced these cars are getting. It's also going to require more specialization to really be able to do a lot of things on these cars as well, which is only going to make the cost to repair them go up. It's really going to be kind of crazy when you think about it. But Michelle in the comments, it sounds like she has an even worse situation. Michelle said, I found your video because I'm having the same issue. Although all of this happened in the last 2 months, and it's $40K for repairs, more than what I took out to purchase the vehicle. $40K more for repairs? $40K for repairs. $40K for repairs. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's going to get crazy like that. That's something you got to look out for, especially on these newer cars. Again, if you got an older car, you can probably still take it to a more mom and pop shop and get everything, taken care of that way. But for these newer cars, for sure.
That's right. Why pull?
The caption says $1,600 for an oil change. I can't afford my Mercedes no more.
I had got an alert saying it's time for my first oil change in the AMG, right? So I put up to Mercedes right now. I'm thinking it's covered through warranty. They ain't say no price, right? Why I pulled up and they talking about $1,600 for the oil change, gang? 16, bro. Oh nah, who Theo on the H could turn me up? Y'all drop the recommendations in the comments, man. I ain't going, bro.
Hey, don't let these people fool y'all with these foreign cars and these goddamn luxury cars. I'll never get another Benz, you hear me?
Oh, that wasn't even the worst one. Now the caption has changed for this guy's situation in particular, and it says $2,000 for shocks. So apparently he had to get some work done on his shocks, and it ran him $2,000. Another person with a Mercedes.
And these goddamn luxury cars. I'll never get another Benz, you hear me? I'm talking about never. These mugs trying to charge me $2,000 for some shocks. And he ain't trying to. He said he trying to find some cheap ones, but god damn, he said just because it's a Benz, it's gonna come out to be two. I said, man, I don't even want no damn Benz. I'm about to try. I'm about to do something about this bitch. Anybody want to trade?
Do not buy that Mercedes. Do not buy that Mercedes in your 20s. Jesus Christ, I have never had so many. I'm sorry. Shut up. I'm sorry, but I can't. Mercedes, shut up right now. Mercedes, shut up.
They got the car program to, if you ever come online talking mess about the brand, for it to start interrupting you and disturbing you and pretending like it don't know what it's doing. So the car is listening to your conversation. And if you ever say anything that goes against Mercedes, especially on camera, it's going to start interrupting you and it's going to interject and act like it don't know what it's doing and it's just malfunctioning. But really, it's like, no, you're not about to talk bad about this brand. Boy, that's crazy. It started interrupting her right when she was saying, don't buy a Mercedes. Wow.
Shut up. I'm sorry, but I can't. Mercedes, shut up right now. Mercedes, shut up. Look, I've never had so many car problems in my life. You be things small. At first it was small things. Now it's really banging. First of all, the little thing, the charging thing in my car stopped working out of nowhere. All of the charging sockets, you cannot charge your phone in this car. So every time that my phone is dead and I don't know the road, it's me and God together. Guys, another thing. My tires. I don't know why. I always have to replace my tires, and they're not cheap either. I always have to replace my tires.
Y'all better stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. You keep trying to keep up with the Joneses, you about to end up homeless. People keep trying to keep up with the Joneses, finna end up homeless. Listen, man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And you got to pay for all these things with your net income. You don't even really, like, do people really think about their finances? Like, when you see that you don't actually take home everything that you're supposed to take home, right? As far as whatever you grossed from your job. If you make $100,000 a year on paper, you don't take home $100,000. You got all these things coming out your check. And then you decide this is going to be the investment, which actually isn't. You decide to invest in a liability that just keeps on getting progressively worse. If it wasn't already a liability because of depreciation, then when you start getting into these repairs, and it don't even have to be repairs. Buddy said it wasn't even a repair. It was just regular general maintenance, just for him to get his oil changed with $1,600. Man, you can make whatever decisions you want to make in your life, but you're going to have to hold that. And see, for whatever reason you're doing it, which is typically for vanity, and like I said, trying to keep up with the Joneses and ultimately trying to portray an image and a perception for other people, I hope that whatever it is, that head nod or that acknowledgement that you're looking for from other people, I hope it's worth your future, because that's the trade-off.
Guys, another thing. My tires. I don't know why. I always have to replace my tires, and they're not cheap either. I always have to replace my tires maybe every month or every two months. Two months is the max. If you check my Walmart orders.
You got to replace your tires every 2 months. Well, that might be the way that you drive. And that's another thing we got to keep in mind with some of these people too. Some of y'all, you're not doing what you're supposed to do when it comes to your car. You run it in the mud, running over potholes, not getting your maintenance, your routine maintenance on time. And then you wonder why your car doesn't have the life that it was designed to have. You got people with 2023 vehicles that they bought a year ago having the engine blow out.
Every two months is the max. If you check my Walmart orders, tire, more than groceries.
The Walmart, if you bought your tires from Walmart, you should have them on warranty. You must drive a lot, man. If your warranty done ran out for the miles that you're supposed to get off them tires already.
The amount of money I spend on tire can feed a 5-member family. Good Lord. Mind you, I just came back from Mercedes like 3 days. I just got my car back from Mercedes like 3 days ago. Now one PSI is on 27, one everything is on 45. That's how. 2 days ago.
Cause you run.
So it should.
She said now one of the tires on 27 PSI when it's supposed to be on 40. Cause you running over potholes. I can tell she just kind of reckless. She's just kind of reckless. You know, you gotta be careful, man. Fellas, you let these chicks drive your car or whatever. Man, they be dogging your car. It might not even be something you could see. They'll be dogging it. Damaging it. Man, I could tell you some. We'll move on, but yeah. It don't even have to be. They don't. Whatever. Let's move on.
Why the hell would I put liability on it? Like, be so for real.
All right. So the caption says, I can't afford my car insurance. I'm just being realistic.
Don't mind my SpongeBob, y'all. But I'm home now from work. So the reason why I want to get rid of my car is not because I can't afford her. It's just all the issues that's going with it because of the type of car it is. Because a lot of insurance companies don't want to cover my car because of, you know, the chance of it getting stolen. And they want me to put liability on it, which I'm not going to do because it's like practically a newer car. So why the hell would I put liability on it? Like, be so for real. So y'all, I thought about it. So I was like, okay, maybe I should refinance the car because for one, I found insurance is only $240, which is a huge difference for $400. But the car is not what I really want. Like when I get in it, she's cute, but I'm not happy. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna see how much like I do.
You know your car is not supposed to make you happy, right? I mean, maybe it can. It can, but that ain't supposed to be the main reason you got it. The main reason that you're in your car is for utility and ultimately to get to point A to point B. To point A to point B. It's not for happiness reasons, but hey, unless you're really into cars, which these chicks are not really into cars. They can't tell you nothing that's under that hood. There's some dudes like that's their passion, cars. This is not her passion. Her passion is just vanity and just trying to look in appearance or what they say, an aesthetic for other people. So they're doing things that's not necessarily in their best interest. There's going to be trade-offs. You got to have priorities. What do you really prioritize? You don't really care about cars. So why add that into the priority fold?
What I really want. Like when I get in it, she's cute, but I'm not happy. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna see how much like a dealership either gives me for the car, and I will gladly go down in the years. I don't give a damn if I drive a 2021. I will go down to a 2015 as long as it's exactly what I want. So y'all, I'm gonna record the whole thing, but those are my options right now. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, but I'm definitely gonna go with this insurance I found.
I don't even know. Again, y'all don't even like cars like that. Y'all don't even know nothing about them to where people can swindle y'all. You could have a mechanic talk about some, oh man, it's not looking too good. Oh man, it's your brake pads. My brake pads? Yeah, it's going to run you up at least 15 grand. Oh my goodness, just fix it. It's like, y'all don't even know what's going on with the car at all. For you to be making that one of your biggest purchases like that.
Payment at the time. 3 was your. So I still had like two years to pay off. So I was making payments on the car and it wasn't turning on. That was one of the worst feelings I think you could ever experience. What was your monthly payment at the time? $323.
That ain't bad.
So I still owed.
I mean, it sucks,
The
but
insurance, the car payment.
it ain't that bad.
If you're talking to a man and he has a super expensive car, baby, he's broke. He's broke. All the money that he has is being put into the car. I'm telling you, he's broke. He's broke. The insurance, the car payments, the maintenance of that car, he's broke. If you're talking to a man and
I think you're broke. That doesn't even make sense. I can understand where she's coming from, but that was too general. If you're talking to a man and he has an expensive car, he's broke. All of his money is going towards the car, he's broke. No, ma'am. That's not necessarily what that means. They could be leasing the car and have a business and then be able to write off their lease payments against their adjusted gross income on their taxes. It could be a tax strategy that their CPA might have put in place. It could be all type of reasons why they could have it. Again, they might just be into it and it might not be nothing to them. Also, they could have investments paying for the car. A great rule of thumb when you're trying to be successful is to have your investments actually paying for the things that you like. So for all you know, they could have an investment that generates a certain amount of money. Ultimately, there could be a lot of things going on. And the fact that you can't extrapolate that tells me that you might not know a lot about money or just about the different options that there could be, because you're kind of thinking from a low level standpoint. Because I understand what you're saying. You're talking about in your situations where it's like a dude in the hood or whatever driving a car because you came on here with your bonnet on. So I'm assuming you're thinking of those type of situations. But no, if you go to a nice area and there's a valet, right, parked outside, and people are getting their cars valeted, that does not mean that they're broke. But I understand. I can disseminate and understand why you said it and where you were coming from based off of what you know.
I don't know why people want to get into a Mercedes and BMW and you're late. I don't know why people want to get into a Mercedes and BMW and you're late a year on your payments.
So the credit we pulled was a 515, but it says you had a recent repossession. Can you tell me what happened there?
I'm not sure what that is.
A repossession is essentially when you had a loan with a...
She's trying to get into a luxury vehicle, a new vehicle, and she's a year late on her current payments on her current car. Is that what he said? And then...
Repossession. Can you tell me what happened there?
I'm not sure what that is.
A repossession is essentially when you had a loan with a previous car. And
she don't know what a repossession is? Y'all be wanting cars. We brought up brake pads. You don't even know what a repossession is. You want a car. You haven't even assessed the risk. And she's a year behind. Talking about, I don't know what a repossession is. I guess I can understand why she don't know, because they allowed her to get a year behind on her payments. So yeah, she hasn't found out yet what a repossession is. I don't know how she's been dodging them for a year, but it's coming soon.
Possession is essentially when you had a loan with a previous car and the bank picked up the vehicle because you didn't make the payments or, something happened with that.
I'm not sure because I took out a loan on the car that I had. Maybe that's what it is, but they said I had till Friday to pay.
Did you finance a car before that one?
Yeah, I financed the one before, but
what happened with that one?
I'm late on that payment, but it needs an engine. It's inoperable.
I got you. How late are you on that car?
A month and a half. My note is 190 something. So I'm like 400 or 3 something behind.
Okay, hold on one second, because what I'm seeing is it's longer than that. It's in repossession status. Even if the car is inoperable, if you have a loan or a lien on it from a bank, you'll still be financially obligated for that loan, right? So when you're looking to get into a new car, that's going to hinder you because right now you are delinquent on that car and the other one. Do you have any money down to get into a car?
I do not have any money down, no.
Let's see. Are you trying to fix your credit? It says that you're disputing some accounts. Are you doing credit repair?
Yes, but that account is being paid right now.
So it's showing that
it might not show because it's
she trying to dispute accounts, and so she done brought somebody on and know how to do credit and all that type of stuff. So it seems malicious, and it sounds like She tried to be dishonest with him from the beginning, talking about I'm only a month or two behind when he already knew you were a year behind. And you're a year behind on a car, you're a year behind on a car payment that's only $190 a month. And you're trying to get another one. And you were doing credit repair so that you could position yourself to be able to acquire something new and basically just not pay for that either. So she's running game and she's pretending like she's just oblivious and she don't know what things are. And, oh, what's a repossession? You know exactly what a repossession is, ma'am. Now I understand why she's just trying to act like she doesn't know what's going on. Really? This is what we're doing? So you're kind of trying to scam in a way, in my opinion. And trying to get him tied up now into you. You got your credit shot. Trying to fix your credit so that you can make moves and still be able to do things, even though you're still obligated and haven't paid your obligations.
Account is being paid right now.
So it's showing that
it might not show because it went to a different company.
Yep. Here's the problem we have, right? You had a loan with them that you were almost a year late on. It's showing 13 payments past 90 days. So that's over a year. You were late on that.
Over a year
credit
late.
Card, it's showing that you had 2 60-day late payments and then you're 23 payments past 90 days late. So that one was closed. And then you have another charge-off account. And then, yeah, I mean, right now you have a lot of charge-off.
Dude, hang up the phone. She's playing in your face. She gonna try this. If you don't do it, she just gonna call the next person and hope that they don't run it. She tried to sit here and act like, oh, it's about a year. It's about a month behind. That's all. Meanwhile, you haven't paid a cent towards it in over a year. You went a whole dang near 400 days and not made a single payment. And now you're trying to get something else. Not because it's like you're just trying to trade it in. The car is inoperable. So now you need another car. And so now you done came up with a story and you're trying to pretend like the situation isn't as bad as what it truly is. And you think you think they don't have access to be able to see behind the curtains and actually see what's going on.
It's 90 days late, so that one was closed. And then you have another charge-off account, and then yeah, I mean, right now you have a lot of charge-offs and a lot of delinquent things. And unfortunately, to get a finance car, the bank's gonna want to have to see some good payment history. And with no money down and a 500 credit score, we can't get you into a car. The thing I would advise is just get into like a $2,000 or $3,000 cash car and just kind of figure out how you can make some of these accounts whole and settle them and kind of work on your credit.
Okay.
If you have some money down, I wouldn't even try to get you into a car. I wouldn't even finance you a car. I would just tell you to get a cash car for like $2,000 or $3,000 and just thug it out and try to fix your credit. Because just FYI, even though you're fixing your credit, a lot of these accounts are being verified, so it's not going to fall off that easy, right? And I can see all of the disputes you put on, but they're coming right back on with verifying the accounts. That is just financial, like generational pain. And she knew what was going on. I just like, I don't know why people want to.
I told you she knew what was going on. He knew before he even took the call, man. See, that's what you get. You tried to waste his time. And really, even worse than that, you really tried to have him hemmed up and go a year or two without paying him. But he said, oh, this person wants to finance a car. Let me look into it. Do. Oh, heck no. But since she gonna try to play in my face like this, let's go ahead. Let's make her some content. She gonna make me some money since she tried to come over here and waste my time. So he wasted your time. And he's gonna capitalize off of it. Because you tried to capitalize off of him. This is crazy. Brown said the best car flex is having it paid off. That is so true. That's very true. That is a great car flex. Great car flex. Especially if you paid it off super early to where the interest didn't get you too bad. And so now you still have a little equity in it. And so you can even recoup some. And, the longer you drive it, maybe you can, reverse some of that depreciation that occurred. Camille said priorities be all effed up. Man, that's what we see in today's day and age, and in today's day and economy. Just people with the wrong priorities, horrible priorities, and also sabotaging their own life and their reputation. And see, she didn't think her reputation was going to catch up to her. She's been living good. People gave you something in good faith before you even probably had anything built on your reputation. But now your reputation's shot. And so every time you have these conversations, this is going to be the outcome. And so you can keep wasting your time. But I would argue that it doesn't take long to ruin a reputation. But in her case, it actually did. She had a long time where she was just ruining her reputation and capitalizing from it. I mean, ma'am, you haven't paid any money, but you've been getting the use and the utility out of the car for around 13 months. So there's always going to be duality in the universe. And so there's going to be karmic retribution. So the fact that you got over for so long, I would be concerned about what the payment is going to be moving forward if I were you, because you will have to pay for that in some way, shape, or form. Y'all, we'll leave it there though. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And that's because hype was designed for smaller channels, smaller creators. So, but also if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then that's usually because it's been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice, if you want to hype, to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And hypes refill every Monday. So you get 3 new hypes every Monday. And then also you all, again, I just launched the Clips channel. It's linked in the pinned comment, but it is Divine X Unbound Clips. And so if you can go over there and subscribe, it will help out tremendously. Again, we're trying to get it to 4,000 watch hours before February 1st, because YouTube is coming out with some new regulations that come out on February 1st. But until then, y'all, I will see you in the next video.